Well, Australia is a globally focused, open trading economy, and we've had on our policy agenda for some time that we want to make our tax system more growth friendly, that we want to bring down the corporate tax rate, the tax rate for all businesses to 25%, not quite the 21% that apply in the US or the 17% that will soon apply in the United Kingdom, or indeed the much lower rates of corporate tax that apply in a number of countries around the world. We're always very mindful that we compete for investment around the world. We need a lot of additional investment to continue to grow our economy. And so, yes, I mean, we, of course, always focus on making sure that our tax policy settings are international.
And just as a finance minister representing all finance ministers for me, just remind me again why the corporations can have 17 to 25% tax, but individuals can have top rates of, well, name a number, 40, 50, 60%.
Well, I mean, obviously, we want to have taxes as low as possible across the board, and it's very important to keep income taxes, personal income taxes, as low as possible as well, because you want to ensure that there's the right incentive to work hard and to stretch yourself and to reach your full potential. But I mean, in the end, it's a matter of balance. I mean, if we want individual people around the world to be as successful as possible, we need the businesses that employ them to be as successful as possible, as profitable as possible. In Australia, about 9 out of 10 working Australians work in a private sector business. Obviously, we need those private sector businesses to invest in their future success. We're not going to be able to attract that investment if it's much more expensive to invest in Australia than in other parts of the world. And so Australian workers need us to ensure that the Australian businesses that employ them can compete successfully internationally. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Is the TPP agreement a metaphorical two fingers to Donald Trump? If he doesn't want to be part of the trading team, then that's fine. We'll just leave you out and we'll get on and do business ourselves.
Look, Australia has been focused for many, many years on strengthening the level of trade. We are unequivocally committed to open markets, to free trade, because we believe more trade means more jobs, means higher living standards for people in all of the countries that participate in open markets and free trade. I mean, we've been committed to the Trans-Pacific Partnership as a good agreement, a high-quality agreement all the way through. In Davos last year, we discussed this, and I made the point then that Australia was committed to press ahead with the 11 remaining countries. And we hope that over time the United States will want to be part of this. And we'd like to think that over time the US will want to have a piece of the action. I mean, the Asia-Pacific is a part of the world where most of the global growth will be generated for years to come. And the US, as a great trading economy, surely will want to have the same advantageous access to those markets as we will have.
Given the significance of the Chinese economy to Australia and, of course, to the global economy, do you think it's very unwise of Donald Trump to start a trade war on solar and washing machines?
Look, I let the United States make its own decisions in relation to their trade policy arrangements. From an Australian point of view, we're very focused on putting ourselves in the best possible position for our exporting businesses to be able to sell Australian products and services into as many markets as possible. We've got a high-quality agreement with China. We've got a high-quality agreement with the United States. And we are pursuing opportunities to get more Australian products and services into as many markets as possible. And the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement is another way for us to be able to achieve that.
And just very briefly, a lot of people in financial markets are worried that the Australian economy is running too hot still and the housing market is a bubble waiting to pop. You don't agree with that view?
Well, no, we don't. I mean, the housing market in Australia is like any other market. There's a demand and supply equation. If you've got demand exceeding supply, prices go up, and if supply exceeds demand, prices go down. There's not one homogeneous Australian housing market. Incidentally, people think that Sydney somehow is the whole of Australia. That's not the case. When you've got markets, individual markets, local markets in the US, I'm sure that where there is stronger demand and lesser supply than other markets, that's the same in Australia.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.